I was also asked today by people, if I got all these 4 races, which one do I want to go to? They're all going to be great, but I want to see the biggest, baddest thing that we just got right off the bat. And if I'm a new viewer and I want to see a NASCAR race, I've never seen one, should I go to that one or should I go to the rest of them? Should I go to the IndyCar race or whatever? In my opinion, we got all great races, but I want to see the first one because the first one's really loaded up pretty hard. Oh, by the way, it'll also be the only, make sure I'm not screwing this up, I think maybe it's Montreal. We race on Sunday, and we're not in competition with any other motorsports stuff going on Sunday. And
because that's after the All-Star weekend.
Yeah. All-Stars on Saturday night, we're on Sunday. Montreal might race on Sunday. Maybe Road America, maybe not. Maybe Road America's Saturday.
They're Saturday.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
But we're one of the only Sunday events, and that's going to be pretty cool because they're going to have the All-Star race. It'll be over, and there'll be some of those Cup guys flying over to do this race.
Are you getting any early commitments?
Well, we got Trevor Bain, who won the Daytona 500. Trevor be in town for it. And now the nationwide regulars are leading the point standings with the new points. You've had Jason Leffler leaving. You've had Reed Sorensen leading. Michael Annette drives for me now. He's from Des Moines. His father owns TMC Trucking Company, so he'll have his Pilot Travel Center's car here. My own son will be here. The nationwide regulars will be here. Bain will be here, and we'll have. I'd have to see which Cup guys will be here right now. There will be some, and a lot of them, since it's not a points race, since they're not racing for points, they're still trying to make some last-minute decisions which one's going to come.
That was one of my next questions.
Well, I think Carl will be here.
Yeah.
Because Carl's already made the agreement or a commitment that he's running all the races.
Has that new points structure, has that really thrown things into question about who's going to be where? And
it hasn't thrown anything into question anywhere else. It has thrown stuff into question here because we know that we need to have some Cup guys in attendance if we feel really confident that we can sell more tickets.
Yeah.
So I'm more of a gambler. I'm more, hey, it's going to be fine. Let's just put on a hell of a show, and I think we're going to do it. I think it's going to be fine. Some of my comrades at the Speedway, they want to feel more comfortable that the Cup guys, who's going to be there, when they're going to be there, and I get that. I understand. I agree with them. But I called NASCAR about that and talked to Mike Hell, and he said, don't worry about it. You'll have 3 or 4 of them there at least. I said, who are they? I don't know yet. But we wish we knew names and numbers, But Carl will be there. I mean, Carl's already committed to run all the races.
Okay. We've talked a lot of NASCAR, but how does IndyCar fit into the plans, the long-term plans, and that's been a hugely successful race.
And that's true. We have talked a lot about NASCAR. We probably shouldn't have talked so much about it, and probably that's my bad from being so much a NASCAR guy the whole time. But I am a big IndyCar fan because I called IndyCar all of 06, like I said, and 2 Indy 500s, and I got some of my best friends over there, and from my teammates, Elio Castroneves, who won Dancing with the Stars and all these different shows. They kicked off their weekend. This past weekend in St. Pete with a big wreck with their double file restarts.
Yeah.
And I think that they'll figure that out. But that double file restart, man, it's going to be great for that series. Now, one thing I do know, every single year that the IndyCars have come to Iowa, they've got put on better and better shows. The very first time they came here, they thought they were coming to a short track like Richmond. I'll never forget standing in the infield down there and having Brian Barnhart, the director of that, say, guys, you're not at Richmond. You're at a speedway. These are 7/8 mile track that measures 7/8, but it races like a speedway. Well, man, they had the wrong tires. They had the wrong wings.
I remember the wings were an issue.
Remember that?
Yeah.
They had way too much downforce. The track's got 12 degrees of banking here, 13 and 14. They're running around the bottom of every lane. Why?
Yeah.
Because they had so much downforce, they didn't need to move up to get any grip. They run every single lap wide open. The tires were too hard, and they had too much downforce. So then they came back the second year, and I was here for the tire test and the wing evaluation when they did that. They took a little bit of wing off, they softened the tire up a little bit, and all of a sudden the car started slipping and sliding a little bit, and man, they started working the second lane. And I remember that Marco Andretti and those guys running side by side for lap after lap, and it started really working. Then the next time, it got better yet when the track started getting a little bumpier and character coming into turn 1 and 2. Track got grayer and it got better. So I really feel like this year is probably going to be a better year yet because every single year they've got better and faster and put more races, and we'll have more cars. There'll be more cars entered